The internet can be the best thing in the world. It allows you to virtually visit any museum that you want, to access any MIT or Ivy League university lecture that you want, often for free. It allows you to showcase your aesthetics and the music you create. It allows you to connect with all of your friends abroad. It allows you to be the rock star of the gaming world. It allows you to create also really good playlists over ChatGPT, or with the little help of ChatGPT. Everything of this and more is just at the tip of your fingertips, every day. The internet can be the worst thing in the world. It's the space of invisible violence, cyberbullying, online violence, and digital harassment. It's the space of doxing, where anybody can showcase your location, where you live, all of your private data, and expose them for everybody to see. It is the space of online scammers, of phishing, of dark web. It is the space of violence that never sleeps. It is the space where somebody can take your image and with a little help of artificial intelligence, twist it into something that it's completely not. Between these two realities, there lies a real, human, genuine relationship with the internet. Your relationship or your experience. What do we know about youth experience online today? According to UNICEF, that did this research back in 2019 with 1 million young people globally, it was found that 70% of young people around the world has been through some sort of cyberbullying and digital harassment. There's no true consensus on what cyberbullying really is, but this is one of the most quoted depictions of cyberbullying. It states that it's an aggressive, intentional act carried out by a group or individual using electronic forms of contact repeatedly and over time against a person that cannot defend themselves. To tell you the truth, I don't even like the word cyberbullying. One of my depictions that I find very accurate was by a 12-year-old girl I met in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And she stated, for her, cyberbullying was the feeling of unrest where she didn't feel a single limb of her body. When your stomach goes into your chest and you're completely terrified to look at your phone because you don't know what can you expect there. According to research done in 2018, young people who experience cyberbullying are at greater risk than those who don't for both self-harm and suicidal behaviors. Additionally, it has been found that cyber victims have more problems in schools with peers, with substance abuse, with anxiety, stress, loneliness, and depression. Let me tell you how one viral video can change your entire life. And I'm going to tell you a story about a boy and a girl from Bosnia and Herzegovina. 1 decade ago, there was a girl who went to a school trip together with her classmates. In the midst of this activity, their bus broke down. There was a local news outlet that came to this bus, and they were looking for a statement. So she went there in front of the microphone. She was obviously very emotionally distressed. She had a thick accent, and her voice was shaky. This particular video went viral for years, and it's still online today. She became a national mockery meme. And some people think it's funny even today. Luckily, this girl survived. Last year, there was a 22-year-old boy who went to a local gas station to apply for his first job. So when he went there and he was filling out his application, he was mocked and filmed during this process. By the time he came home, this particular video of him was already viral on TikTok and YouTube. Out of immense humiliation and fear that he felt, he committed suicide. He's not the only one in Bosnia and Herzegovina or globally to do so. When I was working with cyber victims a few years back, once when I went with all of these screenshots and stories and reports to local authorities, they said, "We have no means to protect you. We cannot do anything." And it's true, because Bosnia and Herzegovina still doesn't have law that can protect you against cyberbullying. There's no legislation to protect you. So how do we fight something so intangible? During my work over the period of 5 years with young people from Bosnia and Herzegovina and region and having these conversations on cyberbullying, there are 3 simple principles that you can apply to yourself and your friends today that can potentially help save your mind and maybe someone's life. When it comes to cyberbullying, be as loud as you can. Be as loud as lions roar. If you are being cyberbullied, or your friends, or anyone you know, share it with everyone you know. Whether it's your parents, adults, professors, school counselors, even take it to social media if you have to. Because your voice is very powerful, and it's very important for you not to be a bystander. One of the cases I really enjoyed is of young people in Konjic who had their youth amateur theater. And what they did back in 2014, they created a play that's called Virtual is Real. They collected all of these messages that they received in their schools, like from their bullies, from their cyberbullies. And they put everything in a show and displayed it for everybody to see. When it comes to cyberbullying, expose it creatively, loudly, and persistently. One of the most powerful things is to have absolute control over your information. This is why it's important to be aware of your digital footsteps and your actions. When I say practice conscious posting, I mean think about all of the words and images and any content that you share online. Think about the last image that you sent to your boyfriend or your girlfriend or somebody you like. Would it be absolutely okay with you if this particular image was to be out somewhere online forever for everybody to see? If no, think about it next time you're sending that content. There's a great mnemonic image by Melissa Pilakovsky done in 2015 where she says, think before you post. But in a sense, when you access your social media accounts, think, is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, or kind? You don't always have to be super kind. I know that I get angry too when I'm sometimes behind my keyboard. This is why it's important for us to think before we're actually ready to comment on something. I know this is the least unpopular one. Take a break from social media and the internet. Shocking, no? When I say take a break from social media, I don't mean in a sense that you completely isolate yourself from the world. This is the time for you to find a healthy balance between digital consumption and all of your usage of the internet and social media. Because it's very important for you to be aware of the fact that you are the one who is controlling technology and not the other way around. According to some research, the bigger our digital consumption is, there's a chance of us always comparing ourselves with other people. Are we good enough? Are we strong enough? Are we smart enough? Are we beautiful enough? This is why it's important for you to work on your mental health and your body. Recharge your mental stamina. And take control of digital consumption. To sum up all points in main 3, be as vocal as possible when confronting cyberbullying. Always be an ally, never be a bystander. Because fear should not stop you from exposing cyberbullying and protecting each other. 2, Digital actions leave lasting impressions. And as we heard a minute before, at times they can be fatal ones. And number 3, take control over your narrative. Take time to pause and recharge. Because only when you're mentally strong enough and physically strong enough can you really face all of your challenges on a daily basis with strength and resilience.